And welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and here are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Senate committee to take up Hovenza sale, reconstruction of the Paul E. Joseph Stadium, and Boss Chick Fashion start a new apparel. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
I Trade Earth brings you News Channel 8, a Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands-based approach to economic development and the global marketplace, one small business at a time. Call 866-396-8278 for more information or look at us on as seen on channel8.com for I Trade Earth.
In our top story, the controversy and questions swirling around the potential sale of the Hovenza refinery and the government's proposed operating agreement with the prospective buyers will likely come to a head this week as the Senate Finance Committee takes up the matter. The hearing comes in waning days of the 30th legislature and the Young administration, and Hovenza, citing its deteriorating financial condition, has threatened to shut down its gasoline supply to St. Croix in January. That will be followed by the complete closure of the Hovenza petroleum storage operation, according to the company, unless the legislature ratifies the operating agreement. Hovenza has reached a tentative purchase sale agreement with Atlantic Basin Refining, subject to Atlantic Basin Refining securing an operating agreement with the VI government. In other news, Governor John DeYoung was on Straight Talk with Redfield. Here's a look.
Hovenza is a limited liability corporation that is 50% owned by HOVIC, Oil Virgin Islands, and 50% owned by PDVSA Virgin Islands, which they are ultimately then owned by Hess. And also by PDVSA, the state company in Venezuela. But Hovenza, the oil refinery, is owned by two subsidiary corporations. Hovenza itself is nothing more than the plant that sits on the south shore of St. Croix.
That's correct, and it's a shell corp.
And HOVIC and PDVSA's only ownership is within Hovenza, and there is no ultimate, clear guarantee that exists with Hess or with the state of Venezuela, or the Republic of Venezuela. So we're capped. I mean, one can debate legally whether we can pierce the corporate veil and go after it, but that's years of litigation before you do that. It'd be extremely difficult. So that as an alternative didn't exist. So the question becomes, how do we proceed? And ABR, Atlantic Basin Refining, you can't separate the principles from the company. And when you look at the principles of Atlantic Basin, the core principles, from Jack and Mark, with the local knowledge, with the local ownership of St. Croix Renaissance, but you focus on William Forrester, who was the president of Cheniere, which is one of the most aggressive and fastest growing companies within the U.S., with a heavy base in Louisiana, and really being progressive when it comes to natural gas. Or Robert Moore, who's been a trader with commodities, and that becomes the core competence of what ABR will be as a merchant refiner, producing and utilizing the commodities and taking advantage of the shale and taking advantage of the growth in the U.S. market with respect to what we're producing with light sweet crude. That works to our advantage. And the question becomes, how does ABR move to that next level? And that's where my discussion and my focus was to, one, make sure that ABR had the principles, but also that ABR had access to financing, that they could, in fact, get the level of equity or the level of debt that they would need, and that we structured the deal in a way that, one, they could repay whatever their obligations were while at the same time making their payments, whether those were fixed payments or variable payments to the government of the Virgin Islands.
Meanwhile, reconstruction of the Paul E. Joseph Stadium is coming very soon.
One thing I want to say today, for each one of us who are here, and to spread the word, we have to assume ownership of these facilities. And when I said ownership, be a part of it. If you see something or someone being destructive, take it upon yourself to make it your business and say stop it or call the authority responsible. I had the opportunity, I was invited to go to Mexico with the Olympics Committee. And I could tell you the athletes that we saw actually participating in that project, in that program, we have to be honored to know that we were able to achieve 6 medals. 6 medals, 1 gold, 2 silvers, and 3 bronze. And if you see the facilities that's in Mexico and what our athletes have done, imagine if we have the facilities that's going to be built here, what we could do. I spoke to Lavon Jones, I spoke to Peters, and it was an off season for them. They were not expecting a medal because they were not training for that Olympic period. But I could tell you what they have accomplished in terms of the facilities that we have. We have to make a commitment. Senators-elect, make sports a priority.
I am thankful for the support that I have received from the governor in regards to the Department of Sports, Parks, and Recreation, because we have many accomplishments to show throughout the territory. And we are very proud of what has been accomplished. There's still a lot more to go. But I say we have done a lot. And really, one of the things I did indicate is that if the one thing that we needed to have in place is the reconstruction of the Paulie Joseph Stadium. And I'm happy that even though we are in the last leg of this administration right now, at least we are here today breaking grounds to ensure that we have a state-of-the-art facility in place and will be constructed over the next couple of years.
In mid-2007, the delegate introduced me to a company. And this company said they were interested in moving to the Virgin Islands because they wanted a chance to grow and to do their own thing. We all know how important matching funds are to our economy, to our growth, and to the ability to operate our government. But we wanted to do something just a little bit different. We knew we had over 30 fields within St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John that we needed to fix. We knew we had schools that had bathroom facilities that needed to get done. We knew we had sports teams that we wanted to support. We knew there was new construction that we wanted to do. So we made one little change. When we negotiated the Diageo deal, we said, we're fine with that. But 3% of the revenues on Diageo before he does anything else has to come off the top and go to sports, parks, and recreation, and for projects that will be to our children and to our communities. And within the last 2 years, over $15 million has gone towards nothing but bathroom facilities, parks, recreation, and 2 projects in particular. And that first big project is the Paulie Joseph Stadium. Based on Diageo's revenues, we are going to be able to take what comes in every year, leverage it up, and have enough to build a stadium to whatever the vision is, not just in what we have here now, but I know it will grow, and it will grow, and it would grow.
Antilles School kindergarteners were treated Monday to a visit from Virgin Islands First Lady Cecile DeYoung, who has been on the road distributing her newest literacy project. See the Virgin Islands March, which puts 21 stanzas of the local song together with pictures done by young Virgin Island illustrators. 3 of Antilles School's alumni contributed to the book, along with 2 of the school's seniors, Pri Bandari and Brianna Vasquez Smith, who were both on hand Monday to sign books for the students along with DeYoung. DeYoung said each student was given a stanza to illustrate. They drew whatever they saw fit, and I think what they came up with was pretty terrific, she said. DeYoung said 9,000 copies of the book were printed for distribution to all of the territory's kindergarten through 3rd grade classes. Stay with us. We have more news right after this break.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And welcome back to News Channel 8. The Hispanic Domestic Club is celebrating the 2nd annual Paranda this Wednesday and Thursday. Here are some of the details.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Heshani Martinez. I'm the secretary for the Hispanic Democratic Club, and we're celebrating this week our 2nd annual Paranda. We have here our president, Jose Nieves.
Good evening. Yes, we'd like to invite the public to our 2nd annual Paranda. For those that don't know, the Paranda is something similar to the serenade that Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights have done in the past 2 days. Last year, we got their blessings and we had an excellent event. I want to say, PS, please come out and join us. It's going to take place tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tomorrow we're going to cover the eastern part of the island, which we expect everybody to be there by 8 o'clock to join us and celebrating the Hispanic with the Hispanic community. We'll have a couple stops where we will indulge, some of those nice Hispanic food that people can enjoy, and we'll take off from there and finish at the Morena's place in Watergut. On Thursday, we're gonna start from Paquito's restaurant, and we're gonna finish at Machuchal, the Flamboyant restaurant.
A Christmas event is coming up soon. Here's a sneak peek.
Hi, my name is Sandy Bastian Carty. I'm an elder and public relations officer for First Assembly of God Church. And we are really excited because we are presenting our Christmas concert on Friday, December 19th at 7:30 at our church, which is located at 4 ABC Fisher and Queen Cross Streets, Christiansted. It's a Christmas story, but told as never been told before. And we're asking the public to come out and be blessed. Our Sunday school department and our new drama ministry is coordinating our Christmas story. And Jesus is the reason for the season. And so we just like to invite everyone to come out and join us and be blessed. And bring a friend.
Well, don't touch that remote. We have more news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Boss Chick Fashion, a new apparel starts their business in style. Here is Melanie Teetry.
My name is Melanie Johannes Teetry, reporting for News Channel 8. Boss Chick Fashion presents a new apparel line. Let's meet the owner, Kishan Darima. Ms. Darima, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I am well. I'm so excited to sit here with you and learn all about the new fashion that you're, bringing up today.
I am too. I'm so excited to tell everyone about it.
Excellent. So tell us how you got started.
I got started slow. I had this idea for about a year and a half now, and I did all the, research and stuff. I went as far as to registering my trade name, and I just never did anything with it. So this summer I decided, you know what, I'm going to buckle down and actually do this. So I started, contacting my vendors and different companies to make this happen, and slowly but surely everything was put together.
So what are the different pieces you have created?
Well, right now I have a collection called the VI Pride Collection. It's a piece that pays homage to the Virgin Islands. It has pieces from regular t-shirts to crop tops, hats, snapbacks, scullies, bags, you name it. We kind of trying to do it.
It sounds like this is the perfect time of year to wear these type of outfits.
It is. You can go to the village and the parades and, just show everybody how proud you are of the Virgin Islands. Look cute in your t-shirts or your snapbacks. It's for, I have pieces for women, men, and kids.
Excellent. So I understand that you're also taking this into the schools and you have an internship opportunity for the teens. Tell us about that.
I actually do. I am reaching out to UVI Complex and Central for the students to actually intern with me with various positions. Right now, I'm looking for interns in graphic design, marketing, copyright, fashion, photography, and some videography.
That is fabulous. So if some of the residents are interested in purchasing some of your pieces, do you have a store?
Well, actually, I don't have a physical location. It's all online. You can visit my website, www.bosschickfashion.com, and you can order from there.
Excellent. So what else is coming up in the future?
Well, in the near future, about next week, I'm planning to release another collection so that, people that aren't from the Virgin Islands have an option as well on the website, because this isn't going to be just a Virgin Islands based website. It's, going to be in general for everyone around the world. So I'm releasing that collection hopefully Christmas Day-ish. And then after that, I plan to actually go to a trade show in March in New York. So, see what's going on out there, see how I can get my brand out there, and hopefully be featured in one of, the top stores, department stores there.
Excellent. So talking about the Christmas season, do you have any specials for the residents?
Well, I actually do. Everyone's in the Christmas season, and it's the season for giving. So if you go on my website, you can get 25% off any $35 purchase or more if you enter the code SAVE25 at the checkout.
I'd like for you to share a contact number with the audience.
Sure. You can reach me at my number. It's 340-227-6685. And you can also visit the website and go to the Contacts tab, where you can, fill out the form there and email me, or there's a direct email there that you can reach me at.
Excellent. My name is Melanie Johannes Teetry, reporting for News Channel 8.
Beauty and style. I love it. Don't go anywhere. We have your weather coming up next.
Your weather coming up next. Your weather.
And here's a look at your 5-day weather forecast.
Tonight, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 72. East wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 10%. On Wednesday, isolated showers, mostly sunny with a high near 85. East wind around 11 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 10%. On Wednesday night, scattered showers, partly cloudy with a low around 73. East-northeast wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amount of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. On Thursday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Mostly sunny with a high near 84. East wind around 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. And on Thursday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with a low around 73. East-northeast wind around 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. This is Cheryl Francis with your Channel 8 News weather.
Thank you very much for tuning in. That's all we have for local news. Do not forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8. You can also follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and World News is up next. Good night, Virgin Islands.
I Trade Earth brings you News Channel 8, a Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands-based approach to economic development and the global marketplace, one small business at a time. Call 866-396-8278 for more information, or look at us on as seen on channel8.com for I Trade Earth.